Hello, Virgo. It's umomgtarot, and this is your someone secretly thinking about me tarot card reading. So we're going to figure out who is secretly thinking about you, and we're going to see what they're thinking about with the tarot spread. So let's start with the astrology reading cards, and we'll pick this person's characteristics right now. This could be their sun, moon, rising, or they just could be exhibiting the characteristics of these signs. So here we go. Your first card is Taurus. The energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. Taurus energy. We all know how the Tauruses are. I mean, if you've met a Taurus, you know what a Taurus is. They, like I've said in the past, they got that mouth. They got that smart mouth. They like to be in control. They like to build things. They like to be comfortable at home. And oh goodness, sorry about that. They just like stability. They just want a happy life at home. Taurus people, they're just they're loyal. They're affectionate. You know, they're sentimental. They're sensitive. They got that Venus thing going, so they love romance, and you know they're romantic, and that's good when they want to be. When they're truly in love. But a lot of Tauruses, they'll treat you like you ain't ish. If you're not. So, but then if they really like you, they'll be all lovey-dovey and understanding and compassionate towards you. So a lot of like Pisces, like Taurus energy around them. Protect me, please. All right, so then your next card is Gemini. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. And Gemini is an air sign, and they're like very charming, very charismatic. People like to be around them. People like to be in their good graces. Very sociable, very good at networking and being likable on command. I'm not saying they're necessarily likable when you peel back the layers, but when you meet them, you're like, oh yeah, look at you, you're great, right? They're very motivated, driven to get ahead. They always have that in mind. I think that Geminis like the finer things. They like to impress people. They like to be impressive. They're sensitive. I don't know that they show it too much, but they care what people think. And sometimes it can they get in their head too much. But this person, Taurus, Gemini, this person is like not stagnant or boring, because Geminis aren't really that boring. They're not boring. They're just interesting people. And Tauruses, they're interesting as a side effect, you know. So then the next card we have is Cancer. The energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. Again, family life, home life, and we're like back to back in the same order of the zodiac: Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. So this person is a very constant person, and very sensitive, very emotional, very driven and motivated by their home or their ambition, but they also have a sentimental value involved in everything they do. So this person's they're interesting. They're pretty balanced as well. Let's have a look at the tarot spread, see what this person is thinking about as it comes to you. Because when a Taurus gets thinking, I think they get a little obsessive. And when Geminis get thinking, they start to get creative and resourceful. And when Cancers start to get to thinking, they get emotional. So here's your spread. Okay, so it looks like someone's reaching out. Someone is reaching out. We have the Eight of Wands. Definitely somebody is missing you and they have some regret. So this person that is secretly thinking about you. King of Wands, they may be in a better position, a little better than they were when you knew them. King of Wands. Then we have the High Priestess. There may be things that have not been revealed yet, stuff that you didn't know, stuff that you intuitively felt. There may be some guarded feelings, residual feelings. The Queen of Swords, there may be some independence there that creates like a wall or a block, or just generally someone who is not like quick to be like, oh hey, yeah, let's get together and stuff. It's like, no, there's some reservation here. So we start off with the Eight of Wands, which indicates travel, making the effort to communicate. This means I guess picking up the phone in modern times is a bit of extra effort. But this person is reaching out. They're making the effort. There's a fire involved, so it is motivated by like some type of either thing that happened, or there's just like some type of inspiration for some reason. What did they hear a song? Have they been thinking about you for a while, and then it sent them over the edge, boiling point, and now they just have to reach out? I guess so. I feel like it might be motivated by some loss or regret, some type of sudden or unexpected change that affected them emotionally. Five of Cups. Because, I mean, why else would there be a passion, or why would there be 8 swords, or trying to make an effort to come out with you? What is the fuel of this action? And it might be the emotions, the loss, the feeling of loss. So when we look back and regret, I feel like this is a king on their throne looking back at the things that they wish they hadn't changed, the things that they wish they didn't miss out on. And again, more fire, right? So King of Wands looking back at the 5 of Cups in regret. It's like, I have it all. I have other things going well for me. I have a lot of things that I'm passionate about and a lot of things in motion right now, but I'm looking back at the regret that I may have. In spite of all the success that I might have, or the how much I've moved on, there may be that one thing in the back of this person's head, and they're thinking about that loss or regret that they can't shake. I think the High Priestess represents the secrets, or not knowing this. Maybe you don't know this, or maybe they don't know how you feel, and then they have this reservation because of these deep feelings. The High Priestess represents psychic information, the Akashic records, but it's also it speaks to divine timing, so things not being revealed until they need to be, or just like, you know, people need to develop and grow. Whether the truth is that let's say both of you wanted to get back together, or both of you wanted to just come together for the first time, and you were in the middle of something else, and you were in the middle of something else, and if you had known that each other wanted each other at that time, you probably would have gotten together, but it would have been destroyed because you didn't really have the time. You know what I mean? Like, things aligning when they need to is what the High Priestess represents. The High Priestess is also associated with the moon, and the moon is associated with Cancer, so there's like a double down, a double confirmation of this like nurturing intention, or this like divine feeling that like everything's gonna be all right. It's all good. Things were meant to happen when they happen. Everything happens for a reason. You know, it's annoying, it's cliche to hear, but it's like, let's double down on that sentiment, because you'll see. We have the Queen of Swords, which I feel like this psychic stuff, this High Priestess stuff, is more like a magical or miracle, or like a believe, like enhancing your beliefs when it happens. You know, when special things happen to you, you're like, it enhances your personal belief. You're like, okay, well, I realized that when I started being positive, then things started to change, but I can't prove that to anyone else, but I know it myself. And so whenever I'm down, or I'm going to try to create a vision board, or book of gratitude, or whatever my techniques that work specifically for me, like, that's your thing. But the Queen of Swords is like, I have this independence, I have my guard up. I don't know if you reaching out or coming back to me, or you talking to me means, it's almost like she's saying, talk and I'll listen, but you have like 30 seconds. Like, I'm not here, I'm not with the rah-rah. You know what I mean? And the Queen of Swords is like, I've heard it all before as well. But the Queen of Swords is sitting on the throne, just like the last 3 cards. So I feel like there's like some superiority here. There's like maturity. So it's not going to be like if they reach out, you're going to throw a fit and be like, let me throw my garbage cans at you for what you did. Or like, there's not going to be like chaos and fighting. There's like a mature energy here. And there's a, like, you may be guarded, but it might be, no, you have the ability to establish better boundaries this time, or like for this situation in particular. King of Wands is like, they could be impulsive, they could, you know, be lustful, or like, you know, wanting to dip in the pond without actually, or milk the cow without buying the cow, you know what I'm saying? So the King of Wands is hasty, there's passion with the wands, it's sexual energy as well. And the High Priestess is intuitive, so I wonder if, like, it's like play it by ear. This person thinking about you is kind of trying to, they want to take an action, they have regret, they have loss, maybe they let you go, maybe they saw you walk away, or they missed their opportunity to date you when you were single. So I don't know, divine timing of things, people coming together. But I think this is more about this person's thinking of you now, and it's setting the story for, or setting the stage to create a story where this is how you guys play it out. Like, they think about you to the point where they start reaching out because they have regrets, or because they look back on things and they should have done differently. And I think that's the main motivation here for their taking of their action. The King of Wands takes action, goes after what he wants, executes it deliberately, flawlessly, even if they have the patience. The High Priestess, again, another call to the timing of it all being divine. So it's like, again, when this person's ready to go, they're going to be ready to go, and everything's going to be all good, and that's it. So if you're impatient with this person, or if you're like wondering is it this person thinking about me, or is it that person thinking about me, it's like, don't worry, whoever it is that's thinking about you is steadily making their way divinely towards you. I mean, I feel like they'll meet the requirements, or they'll actually address whatever it is that you have your guard up about. It might even be because you're jaded from past relationships. It might be from experiences with them in particular. I mean, it could be anything, but at least that shows here that they're willing to kind of like deal with it, or like it's not something that isn't expected, right? And yeah, yeah, right, there's your reading. That was like the least smooth end to any of my readings. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.